if we can say that we are required to draw the level at 160 centimeter cube, then it should be this bottom should touch at the level of the 160 centimeter cube. Is this clear? Right? Okay. Sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. So let's continue. G. So which instrument do you have to take in order to measure the temperature? Hmm? बेटा टेम्परेचर मेजर करने के लिए which instrument should you consider? Am I audible?
Thermometer, no?
Yes, thermometer. Okay, so you can draw a thermometer. Okay, right. Okay, and this should be measuring cylinder. Acha, are we going to heat any water? Any amount of water? Yes. So we should
Once a part, I think.
we should have the beaker. Is this clear? Beaker. ठीक है? Right. So what is the SI unit of temperature?
The temperature is
Kelvin, and the symbol is K. Okay. Do remember these all things, beta. Take it. Don't forget. Gee, what's the difference between heat and temperature, beta? Heat is the
heat. Sir, heat is the total thermal energy in an object, and temperature
good,
is the average energy of particles in an object.
good. Total heat, sorry, total energy.
Total thermal energy.
Yeah, total energy of moving particles. Clear? And temperature is the average kinetic energy of particles. Okay.
Yes.
All right. ये लैपटॉप चेंज करने से आपको कोई स्क्रीन पे is there any major changes you have observed, right? You must have observed. ऐसा ही इसके अंदर प्रॉपर थोड़ा सा राइटिंग वगैरह एंड द डिस्प्ले इज क्वाइट बेटर, राइट? ओके. स्टेट हाउ टू इंश्योर एन एक्सपेरिमेंट इज फेयर. जी बेटा. फेयर एक्सपेरिमेंट के लिए क्या क्या चीज़ें हमें सोचनी चाहिए? देयर मस्ट बी द थर्मोमीटर, राइट? यस, थर्मोमीटर शुड बी इमर्स्ड, राइट? थर्मोमीटर तो आपका अंदर होना चाहिए ना कंटेनर में. ठीक है. एंड थर्मोमीटर should not touch the bottom. Thermometer should not touch the bottom of the container. Right? And we have to wait when we add the water. ठीक है? Done, beta?
Yes, okay, sir.
All right. So what are you thinking about this table? The student repeats the experiment and obtains 3 sets of results. जी, क्या सोच रहे हैं आप इसके बारे में?
Sir, he has repeated the experiment
हम्म.
three times with the thermometer. He has found out the temperature of all of them, but he did not find the average temperature of
Average temperature, right? Okay.
yes.
तो यहाँ पे एवरेज टेम्परेचर जो है वो हम ये कर सकते हैं कि वी कैन टेक एवरेज, राइट, ऑफ दिस 20 + 20 + 20 की तो 20 आएगी.
Yes.
जी, all right. So you will add 33 plus 34 plus 33. So it's going to be 33.3. ठीक है, divided by 3. Okay, divided by 3, right? What will you get? 33.3. Got it? और इसको आप 33.33 भी लिख सकते हो. और two readings are common, so you can write 33 as well. Okay, but I would recommend you that you should write 33.33. Okay, done.
Yes.
Acha, explain how thermal energy travels through metal containers. Complete these sentences. Thermal energy travels through the metal containers by the process of G. Um, which process takes place in the conductors? ठीक है, when the conduction is
Conduction.
taking place. कौन सा कंडक्शन में कौन सा प्रोसेस होता है जो मेटल्स के अंदर हो रहा होता है? मेटल्स के अंदर कौन सा प्रोसेस हो रहा होता है? It should be electron diffusion. Okay. Okay. Electron diffusion, or we can say conduction. Right? Yes.
That's okay.
ठीक है, इलेक्ट्रॉन डिफ्यूजन क्या था? मूवमेंट ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, राइट?
Yes.
मूवमेंट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. डन. अच्छा, व्हाट अबाउट दिस थर्मल पार्टिकल्स इन द मेटल गेन थर्मल एनर्जी एंड डैश मोर. What do they do when the particles gain energy?
When particles gain, they start to vibrate more.
Yes, they start vibrating faster and faster, right? And the energy passes through the metals. So what is going to happen? The particles will dash each other.
Slide past each other.
No, no, बेटा क्या हो गया? Slide past each other. The liquid particles का
Collide.
structure को हम define करते हुए कर रहे होते हैं बेटा. Collide. Okay,
Collide.
collide with each other. Done.
Yes.
What about Carlos put a lid on his cooking pan? The water in the cooking pan heats up faster. Explain why. जी बेटा. You can see the cooking pan. The cooking pan is always made up of what? Cooking pan is
Solid.
always made up of solid. Yes, I know that it is made up of solid, but you know that uh it is metal, right? The base should be metal. Cooking pan की जो
Yes.
body होती है, body और base must be made up of metal, right? ठीक है. So explain why the water in the cooking pan heats up faster. Faster word is there, right? Faster. So in order to describe the faster, because uh, metals, okay, cooking pan, let me write in this way. Cooking pan base is made of metal, right? And metals have what? Metals have free electrons. Okay. So due to movement of electron, due to electron diffusion, conduction,
Takes place.
heat the conduction fast. The conduction becomes fast. Conduction becomes fast. Okay. Through which process? Electron diffusion. Which process is involved? Electron diffusion. Why the electron diffusion is taking place? Because it is a metal. And metals have free electrons. Is this clear? Metals के पास free electrons होते हैं.
Yes.
And electron diffusion takes place that makes the conduction faster. Is this clear now? I hope there is no confusion, right?
That's how you can proceed. Sir, you can proceed.
Yeah, okay, ठीक है. Right. Some pans have steel handles. Other pans have wooden handles. So what do you think, which handles, uh, you know, uh, are best for the handles or for the pans? Ji,
That's the wooden.
wooden. Why?
So our hands, so it does not cause any injury to our hands.
Excellent. ठीक
Right.
है. So wooden handles or wood or insulators, right? Uh, Insulator. So do not allow heat to flow, right? Will not cause any burning. Will protect from burning. Okay.
Yeah.
ठीक है. अच्छा जी. Hassan investigates if objects float or sink. Float or sink. That means there is a concept of density. And as you can see, uh, there are some objects that are sinking and there are some objects that are floating. There are two objects that are, submerging, right? Okay, submerge में आपका ये और ये can be considered, and sinking is going to be this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, right? So what do you think? Yes. So look at the tables of densities. So this is the density table is given to us for different, objects. Hassan uses a diagram and data in the table to make hypotheses about which objects float and which object sinks. Okay, in the cooking oil. So the cooking oil is the substance that is there in the container. Okay, so what is the density of the cooking oil? We can see in the table
0.9.
0.9. Now you can see that there are different substances that have different densities. Okay, and you know that the density which is greater the density of the substance which is denser than the cooking oil is going to sink in cooking oil, right? Clear? Okay, are you getting this point? So
No.
he wants, no, beta, denser means what is going to happen if the container has the oil, right? So the denser one will sink or float. The denser one will sink or float.
Think,
G?
think.
Sink, right? So the denser one is going to sink. Denser object sinks, right? So how many objects you can see here are denser, okay, than the cooking oil? Cooking oil की value क्या है? 0.9. And how many objects are denser than cooking oil? Denser. D.
4.
Are, can you please name?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Modeling clay.
Sorry?
Modeling clay.
Modeling clay. Okay, this is also denser. Take care.
Aluminium.
Aluminium is also denser than cooking oil.
Steel.
Steel is most denser, right?
Brick.
Brick, yes, this is also denser. Good. Okay. Is this clear? Is this clear to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So here you are required to write down the answer according to your observation in the table, right? So suggest the hypothesis Hassan makes. He wants to link the density of an object to if it floats or sinks in cooking oil. So how will you write, beta? The objects, the the objects which are denser, they will sink. For example, yes, we should write the example as well, right? For example, brick, steel, aluminium, modeling clay. Okay, and less dense than oil will, what do they do? Less dense than
Float.
oil will float. Is this clear now?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Hassan investigates if objects made from plastic of different densities will float in water. So plastics, you should know that there are different types of plastics, right? It could be PVC, it could be plastic caps of bottle, plastic caps. It could be uh, uh, um, plastic bags, right? Right? So they are, made of different substances. So how you are going to write your answer? Different densities will float in water. Take care. So beta, which floats in water? Like the plastic, the plastic. Yes, beta, float. Yes, tell me, float. The plastic, which is,
Less dense.
yes,
Less
less
dense. Sir.
dense. Okay, the plastic which is less dense than water
Float.
will float. Okay, and acha, we can give example like uh for example, plastic cup, sorry, plastic caps, right? Plastic bags, the normally bags we use, they float. Acha, all right. So, however, PVC, that is the polyvinyl chloride, is denser than water, denser than water, sinks. Okay,
लेकिन
right?
हमें तो दी भी नहीं होंगे एग्जाम्पल.
But we can give, example, at least though the objects we know about plastic, like different types of plastic, like plastic bags and plastic caps, right? It's a normal use, right? So it's a normal observation you can, put down.
Okay.
All right. So what about this question number 5? Energy is transferred from one form into another. The diagram shows a television. Complete the energy transfer for the television. So what do you understand? What is the input of the television? What is the energy input of the television? जी
इलेक्ट्रिकल
beta.
एनर्जी.
Yes, electrical energy. Okay, right. And what could be the output? We can see the light, we feel the heat, we,
एंड
we
साउंड.
hear the
साउंड.
sound. Yes. So sound energy, thermal energy or heat energy, right? And
लाइट एनर्जी. लाइट एनर्जी.
yeah, light energy, or we can say visible light energy. Okay, light energy or visible light. Okay, right. Okay, so here is another question that is related to the energy. A car transfers chemical energy in gasoline, petrol, in thermal energy, sound and kinetic energy only. Okay, so what is the input? What is the input? The gasoline, right? It's like in the form of chemical, right? Gasoline is the petrol that needs by the car or vehicle so that they can work, they can move. Okay, right? So the car transfers how much joule of energy, beta? How much joule of energy? 100 joule of chemical energy into this chemical input, that is a chemical energy. What is the input, beta?
chemical and
Chemical energy, and it is converted into thermal
thermal
energy and 10 joule of sound energy. So what do you think that how are we going to answer this question? As we know that 100 is going to be separated. Okay, sorry, the 70 and 80, sorry, this 10 is going to be separated from 100. So what can we get? G, 20, right? Because these two energies we can add, that is 70 plus 10, that will make 80 joule, and we can subtract it from 100. Okay, we can get it. This is clear now?
yes.
All right, all right. So there's describe what happens to the sound in thermal energy. Yes, Peter, what do you think that thermal energy and sound, where do they go? You have to describe where do they go?
They are transferred.
Trans Transferred. Okay, we should write dissipate. Okay, dissipate in the environment, right? Dissipate or lost in the environment. Lost in the environment. Okay, done. Any confusion
Yes.
here?
Yes, sir.
All right. So a chain of paper clips is suspended from a horizontal pin. This is the last question of today's class. So the bottom paper clip is pulled to one side. That means we can see that there is an arrangement of the paper clips that forms a simple pendulum, right? That forms a simple pendulum. Okay. There's a arrangement of the paper clips in such a way that forms a simple pendulum, right? So a student measures the time t for one oscillation of the chain of paper clip, which is about 3 seconds. So what is the one oscillation time is? What is the one oscillation time?
The
One one oscillation time is 3 seconds, right? Right? So one oscillation means since it is here, when we disturb it, so it goes to left side. Let's say it goes to left side and then it comes back to mean position and then again it goes to the right side, extreme point, and then it comes back to the mean position. Okay, so that this whole journey is considered as one oscillation, right? Clear? Is this clear?
yes.
All right. Jana, it is going away from the mean position. That is, the quarter oscillation, and then it goes back to the extreme position, right? And then it comes back. Okay, so this is how it completes the one oscillation. Okay. All right. So suggest suitable number of oscillations. Yes, if you want to find out the time period, what is the time period? What is the time period?
Wait.
Time taken by time taken by pendulum to complete one oscillation. Okay, to complete one oscillation. Okay, it is clear, and it must be denoted by capital T, right? Okay, so how much time the pendulum takes to complete one round or one oscillation, it is called time period. Okay, the time, it is a time, right? Time period is a time taken by the pendulum to complete one oscillation. Okay, suggest suitable number of oscillations. Okay, so we always take an average time, right? So we are going to, how are we going to record the time? We will take number of oscillations, multiple oscillations. So what are the favorable or what are the suitable oscillations? Yes, beta.
5.
It could be there. It could be 20 to 30, right? And there it should not be more than for 30 or 35. Okay, okay. Because if it is more than 35 or 40, then the pendulum becomes slow, that we won't be able to count the oscillations. Okay, right? It will have a very low amplitude. We cannot find out the number of oscillations, or we cannot continue our counting, right? Right? Explain why it is important to count the oscillations from the center of the swing. So why we use this fiducial marker? This fiducial markers actually indicate the, sharp point of mean position. Okay, it indicates what? It indicates the sharp point of mean position. Okay, is this clear? Is this clear, beta? In in order to ensure the point of mean position, we use this fiducial marker. Then, all right. So, yes. So explain why it is important to count the oscillation from the center. Acha. All right. So it is easy to to count uh, from the center of the swing or mean position. Okay, center of the swing or mean position, because the speed is maximum, right? The speed is maximum. The speed is maximum. So it would minimizes, it would minimize, sorry, it would minimize the error of human, right? And what does human do here? It just, starts and stops the stopwatch, right? So it would minimize the error of human. Okay, start or stop the stopwatch, right? Because you are going to start the stopwatch when you start your oscillation. When you start counting the oscillation, you start your stopwatch. So it would be easy for you to start counting from the center, because the speed is maximum, right? The speed is maximum. So when the speed is maximum, so there would be very less chance to do the error, okay, in counting the oscillations, right? All right. So state what is human reaction time. Since you know that every human, responds, uh, you know, at different, time, but the average human time is is 0.2 to 0.5 second. Okay. So state means that you have to state the time, and we can also write the definition here. The time taken by the human to respond or react to any situation, right? Is this clear now? Yes. Am I audible? Is this clear?
Yes, where I am.
Any confusion regarding these all questions? I hope everything is clear, right? So please, if you have any query, you can, mail me or message me, right? So inshallah
Yes
will
sir,
be taken up. Okay.
ये सर सर एक छोटी सी क्वेरी है कि हमने जो एक सवाल किया था जिसके अपना अंदर में डायग्राम इलिस्ट्रेट करना था
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
सर तो
Please.
in that question you labeled it 160 centimeter cube. So sir, do we have to draw the scale on the beaker or not?
Oh, okay, that's a good thing. Oh, wow. Thanks reminding me this. Uh, yeah, you should label the scale as well, right? But in order to ensure that yes, there is a scale. Okay. We are not going to, make it proper, or we are not going to show that how efficient are we in making the diagrams. We just to illustrate that what could be the apparatus and instruments that will be required in making this experiment, right? Okay.
Yes.
So I hope the things are clear to you, and inshallah the recording will also be shared. Okay. All right. Okay. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.